Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to the BAM digital platform. I am your host, producing artistic director of BAM Talent, Darius Colquitt. I am so happy to have all of you here with us this evening for our first episode of this presentation. As of right now, you are tuning in to us from our headquarters here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we're so glad to have you here as a part of this new venture. I guess I should start by being direct and real. That's the best way to, launch into the first new episode of, depends on where you're listening, and that's where I guess we'll start. BAM Talent started in 2021, and we started with the mission to enrich, inspire, and enable Black and underrepresented voices through professional level training and production works. We've made that sort of a pointed and broad mission statement on purpose, as every good nonprofit should do. And the reasoning behind that is because we do recognize that we have the ability to serve, and we know where we're best able to serve, which is among the people that we represent, Black and underrepresented voices. Being that that's our pool, we also have to recognize the number of people that are also on a venture, if you will, on a quest to serve the same groups, whether it be for financial gain or DEI likability, or whatever their mission is. We are in a place where, because we are so new to the game, we haven't cemented ourselves firmly into anybody's, dare I say, pocket. Within nonprofit service, it is important that you gain donors and followers and supporters. And depending upon who those followers, donors, and supporters are, it may shape the way you have to build the narrative that you build. I come from a people that have been marginalized in a way where our narrative for many years has been shaped through all forms of media. Every single one I can think of. And that being the case, it's important that we present all of our stories from the most authentic place, which is directly from our voices to the audiences that we serve. And in doing that, it's important that we are true to the people that we serve, not just the patrons that receive the media, but also the artists that need to present. We can't very well say that we are the best whatever. We never claim to be. But what we do claim is platforming. We claim to be a place where you, as the artist that you are, be you Black or underrepresented in some way, we claim that you have a place here. That you, as you are, have a place here. And if we don't know how that place exists yet, then it's our duty to work with you to create that place. I know there are many organizations that serve many different interests. And this is something that I've talked to a lot of executive directors about. When we all are in our own dome, in our own bio, dome that we're creating as this living, breathing, moving organizations that we are, we don't connect. We don't reach out, and we end up spiraling in our own circles. Even as artists do the same thing. We stay in our own domes, and we don't reach out to other people to have them hear what's in our echo chamber. And if we're in the echo chamber and we don't let some light in, honestly, our art suffers because it's not for us. Well, it's for us, but it's meant to be released into the world so that the greater good of us can experience freedom. Some and many forms of freedom. I think we all can agree on that. It frees the mind of any child or adult that engages with it and allows them to be a better and more productive member of society for having engaged in it. That said, it's important that we, again, serve our greatest interest. And knowing that theater is taking the route that it's taking, the constant progression into trouble, and by trouble, I mean many, many different things, post-pandemic issues with the dreaded vid, if you will. And it's very important to keep people safe, even though, we mostly feel like all of those things are done. I can't count the number of production houses I know that have either closed down or are having issues still in 2023, at the end of 2023 now in 2024, because Happy New Year, y'all. It's amazing to hear how many of them are still having issues with this particular thing. But even beyond that, we're in a place where nobody, especially because of how the new normal operates, really wants to get out into the world as often as they used to. Many people are meeting us right where I'm meeting you at this moment. Everything continues to move and shape as this digital landscape that we are continuously building on top of continues to grow. So, we have to look at this from a different angle if we want to build what we say we want to build. And we cannot just operate a grassroots operation in the grass, because a lot of people ain't coming out into the fields anymore. But we can grow these vines. These vines behind me, by the way, I know y'all have seen them in a lot of videos. They are very symbolic of what we are trying to build with BAM. And that's why we come to this explanation on the digital platform. So, the digital platform itself, it consists of 3 components. I know some of you have seen the video, but if you haven't, this consists of 3 components. Our podcast, which is BAMCAST, wherever you're listening to this, if you're listening to the podcast. Our YouTube channel, BAMTube, where we are not only throwing these features out into the world, but also exploring new artistry and building with a community of writers and creators from all over the nation. But we're also rooted in our blog as well. We have a blog on our website, bamtalent.org/blog, where we are throwing wonderful features out from guest writers as well as our BAM staff about many of the topics and issues that matter when it comes to Black art, Black culture, Black everything, because that's who we are. Now, again, don't be confused. Many platforms here. There are many platforms we're working from, and you may be watching a video on TikTok right now, and if you are, yo, what's up? If that's the case, come join us on the other platforms, because there's a lot going on, and not everything is going to be exactly the same on every single channel. We will be continuing to expand and grow this platform as it goes forward, but I'm very excited that you'll be meeting some amazing artists within the next couple of weeks, as we've been doing exclusive interviews with artists from all over the country. Some you know and some you don't. And I can tell you now, you are never going to expect who we have coming in the lineup as we go forward. But they're all going to give you something that is very important. Inspiration, man. They are going to give you inspiration like you've never seen before, because they are going to be their authentic selves and give you their true stories. That is who we all are at the end of the day. We're all storytellers. We're all looking and seeking to tell some kind of narrative through whatever artistry we're a part of, be it the spoken word or the vocalization put to music or the movement as far as dance or stage or any kind of movement is concerned. There are many ways we tell stories, and the narratives that we create are best told from our own voices. So I'm glad that we get the opportunity to platform, as we've said on so many occasions, for all of the artists that deserve the space to be able to say who they truly are without any delusion or change in their narrative. So, if that's something you're up for, welcome to the platform. But don't get it twisted, okay? Remember this too. If you are an artist that feels the need to also have your story told, you can reach out to us. The whole goal of BAM is to make sure that we give you the space to be who you are. This is the place to be creative, be inspired, be connected. We want to make sure that you have that. There's not a lot of places that see their artists. They just kind of want to use their artists. And there's a difference between use and utilization, as we know. We want you to feel utilized within your own likeness, whatever you're building. And we want it to be something that aligns with the BAM mission, of course, enriching, inspiring, or enabling. But we do understand that, everybody can't fit into a perfect mold. And that's why we work as hard as we can within our writers' rooms that we're building and continuing to expand on, and within our working board of directors, who you will meet as these episodes and things move forward. So, we are very happy to have all of you here with us to share in the joy and the beauty of Black art and what it means to represent ourselves. Now, if you wish to be a part of any of the amazing programming that BAM is continuing to grow and sprout, like these vines behind me, then please make sure that you log on to bamtalent.org, or if you have a piece, or if you have a question, or if you have something that you would like to contribute, do not hesitate to reach out to us at bamtalentgr@gmail.com. That is available for whomever wants to share their story. We are here for you. Now, of course, this does not come cheap. None of these things come cheap. So, we do have methods and ways that you can contribute to the BAM Talent mission. We have a open GoFundMe that you can donate to any and every time you would like to. We've been trying to raise $200,000. That is going towards the continued building of this platform. We have a lot of programming slated that is being created as we speak, but having funding allows us to move faster on those processes. And if we intend to be the entertainment platform for all independent artists that are creating a path for themselves, then we must have the equipment to do so. These lights do not pay for themselves. The sound that you're receiving has to be recorded from some kind of device, which I guarantee you only works if there's electricity streaming through it. And if that is the case, then we have to make sure that we have that electricity. So, please donate as you see fit. If you do wish to donate to BAM for operational funds because you're like, look, I understand, GoFundMe, yeah, all well and good. But, hey, how do I help now? You can donate straight on our website, bamtalent.org. There is a donation link right at the top. You can click that link. That will lead to our PayPal, I believe, directly, and you can donate there. Is there anything that I'm missing? Is there anything else that I need to talk about? So let's see, we've talked about every aspect of the BAM digital platform, or amending. We have some secondary ones coming. Now, we're not going to mention those just yet because they are still kind of cooking right now. We're going to let them cook for a minute. But musicians, independent artists, just, if you got tracks and they're not released, just get them ready. Just going to put it there for you. Okay? Beyond that, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has been a supporter of BAM Talent since the inception. There have been many, many ways that people have been present for us as we've moved forward into this amazing journey that is this organization and the building of it. If you've been present and accounted for in any way at all, know that we see you. We see you, and we appreciate all that you have done to be enriching and inspiring and enabling to us, so that we can continue to do the same thing for everyone that we serve. So, this is the official launch, but it's also the official all call. It is your time. It is our time. And honestly, that time has been past due for a long time. That said, thank you for joining us for this amazing presentation of BAM Digital. And we hope that you'll be along for the ride as we continue to enrich, inspire, and enable Black and underrepresented voices, not just here in West Michigan, but all across this nation. And who knows, if we're lucky, we might cross the pond. Talk soon, people. Peace.